Hey everyone, welcome back to Alternative Influence and our vlog. I am Terry, and I am excited to have one of my good buddies and a true Nashville influencer, Ryan Freebing here from Nashville Fit Magazine and Xert Media.
Yes.
Yes. So today I get the pleasure of interviewing this fella. And this has been a long time coming. We
Yeah.
tried to make this happen.
I know. I feel like part of that's my fault.
Well,
We've been rescheduling so many times.
there was a coronavirus,
Yeah.
so
There's been some things happening in the world. Not so good.
kind of slow us down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's all right. Good things come with patience.
that's true. So we're finally here, and that's what matters. I haven't seen you in a minute, and it's good to hang out with you. So Ryan and I had a little bit of time to talk before the video, and we're pretty excited about the content that you're about to absorb. So don't go anywhere, right? So that's your preview. Ryan, hang on tight. Ryan, for a minute, why don't you just let everybody know a little bit about your background, Nashville Fit Magazine, and how you ended up in Nashville.
Yeah. So I moved to Nashville probably about 11 years ago. Graduated from University of Tennessee with an advertising and marketing degree. Got a job right out of college at an advertising agency. Gravitated towards the client services kind of work.
Okay.
That I was doing. Always maintained movement and working out and this physical athleticism. And so back in 2015, I kind of molded my two passions together, marketing and advertising, and then a passion for health and fitness and movement and athleticism. And so that was kind of when Nashville Fit Magazine kind of blossomed and started. It first started as a kind of glorified blog, though it wasn't always a magazine. So looking back, obviously is always kind of funny because it was just a pretty cut and paste Squarespace website with a couple of articles and blogs and things like that on there.
We all have those moments, you know.
Yeah,
Look back and
yeah.
you're like, how did I get away with that?
I think I still have a screenshot somewhere, and it's just like so much of a joke. It's almost not even funny. But we kind of just launched as a neutral voice for the community, and we always wanted to kind of be that platform where anyone in the health and fitness space could kind of voice their expertise
Sure.
on being a trainer, being a coach, or being an instructor in yoga or paddleboarding or CrossFit or whatever it may be. We kind of promoted movement.
All right.
So obviously that comes in many different types, and as long as you're doing something that revolves around activity, we tried to promote it and be that kind of outlet for the community. So humble beginnings for sure. As many things grow on social media these days, we eventually launched into the print scene in January of 2017. Launched with a quarterly publication, and then moved into a bi-monthly publication, and we're still running bi-monthly right now. So we're releasing an issue every 2 months.
Nice.
Right now we're up to probably about 200, 250 locations around town, mainly gyms, apartment complexes, yoga studios, health food stores, things like that. But we've been very humbled by the community support that we've had over the past couple of years. It's just been great.
Well, yeah, and I speak to that. The being in the industry here locally for 12 years, like it's been different since Ryan's been here. So I think it's amazing. I speak your praises all the time. Like,
I appreciate that.
What you've done is no small thing. So let's we talk about your events too, because you've done a ton of events.
Yeah, we've got a ton of cool events that we've done for the community. One of them is the Music City Fit Expo.
Yeah.
Which is an expo in and of itself where we invite businesses to come and showcase their services. The first year we hosted it, I think we had about 35, 40 vendors that came. 250, maybe 300 people. We're in our third year. We were supposed to do our fourth year this year, but with COVID and shutdowns and the cap that's been placed on gatherings, we went ahead and just postponed to 2020. But last year we had about 125 vendors and about 2,000 people join us for the event. So that event's been exciting for the community to see that one grow. And we've started to incorporate fitness events in that expo as well too. Of course, we've got the Calisthenics Games, which has been going strong, which we love, and everybody else loves as well too. It's an exciting world that we've been opened up to.
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
We also have our Nashville Fit Games, which is essentially kind of like an adult field day, but a little more competitive. So we like to invite male and female athletes to come and compete in these 10 fitness tests. And it's meat and potato type stuff. It's 40-yard dash, vertical jump, hammer hold.
All the good things.
Yeah, all the good stuff. 1 mile run, things like that. And at the end of the day, we kind of crown the fittest man and woman in Nashville. And it's cool because we get all different age groups that come. We have 18 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, all the way up to 60 plus. And in 2021, we'll be adding a 70 plus.
Oh, man.
Because we've been asked. We've had
awesome.
some 70-year-olds that have reached out to us and been
Dude,
like, hey, I'm in the 60 category.
Those 60 pluses were tough. Man,
Yeah.
They were tough athletes.
They're a tough group, and it's great, and it's awesome to see them out there, male and female. It's awesome to see them out there, and it's hashtag goals for sure.
Yeah, right? That's exactly where I want to be at that age for sure.
Yeah.
So knowing your background, knowing how much like this thing is, it's built and you've got this wonderful product now.
Yeah.
Let's talk for a minute about, because on paper it looks like there's so much good, right? There's so many good things, there's so much positivity, but it's not always that, right? The bigger you get, the more welcome people feel to negatively critique what you're doing. So what's that like? It's a lot of pressure?
Yeah, a lot of pressure for sure, but I welcome that kind of stuff. Obviously we're human and we gravitate more towards the negative comments that we receive anyways because as entrepreneurs and business owners, we're wanting to get better. There's not a day that goes by where we say, you know what, I'm going to take it easy today. Or for the next couple of weeks, I'm just going to take it easy today. So inviting that critique, negative feedback, whatever you want to call it, is always a growth opportunity. Mm-hmm. And so I've always found the best direction to take is to kind of take a step back, be empathetic when that kind of stuff happens, think about where that comment might be coming from, and then use it as a learning experience.
Right.
Because you can't always be seeing all things from all these outside perspectives because you're pigeonholed just like anybody else is. And feedback is going to be good, whether it's positive or negative. It's going to be an opportunity for you to change, for you to grow, and to become better as a business owner and as an entrepreneur as well, too.
So talk for a moment, as you know, I've had, in the years of me being a gym owner and having trainers too, and I know this is, you worry about, am I doing that bad of a job when you have a trainer complain about, this, that, or the other, and you said something about, like, how do you deal with not taking that stuff personally? Like, how do you deal with not taking the negativity and internalizing it?
Yeah, so some people don't like to hear this, concept or attitude, but what I try to do is remove myself from making an emotional decision. And what that means is I'm taking a step back. You're bringing yourself into this 30,000-foot view scenario and saying, what is the best decision that I can make that's going to get to my long-term goal, which is having a successful business or having even a successful career.
Right.
Now, I don't want to say completely be emotionless from everything that you do because you don't have a black heart.
You're not a robot.
Yeah, you're not a robot, absolutely. But when it comes to making big decisions for your business or your career, the only way to make a good decision or the best decision is to remove yourself from it being emotional. And emotion is everything from fear to even excitement to anger. All those different types of things and feelings can come into the decisions that you're making when maybe a complaint comes to you or an outside perspective comes towards you. But the overall goal is to make the best decision for yourself, and that usually comes by making an emotionless decision.
Yeah, and I think what you're alluding to is that you're weighing facts, not feelings.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of power there. Sometimes it's just like, this makes me feel this certain way. I'm going to wait a day. I'm going to wait a day to act on any of that.
Sleep on it.
Yeah.
A lot of times, people are quick to write that email that they get upset about, whether that be a coworker or a boss. I certainly did it as well too. After I wrote it, typically I would always say, there's like a 3-hour, the 3-hour time span that you have to wait before you can hit send on that. Maybe some people all they need to do is just count to 10.
Yep.
Take a couple deep breaths, count to 10.
I used to go for a walk. That's what I would do. Yeah.
Give it a little bit of time. Again, the overall goal is to make the best decision for yourself and for your trainers and for your employees.
Right.
And sometimes that can't be done when there's anger, excitement, or fear going into those decisions.
You know, we talked about too is we briefly talked about this before we shot the video, is that who you are as a business owner and the product provider. Like, Ryan's more than Nashville Fit Magazine, Terry's more than, you know, this gym or this coaching business or whatever. Like, when you're building something like this, the goal here is to leave a legacy, right? To impact others, whether it's family, and you mentioned even impacting people outside of your family. That is the point, like, is to the greater good, right?
Leave behind yourself or a path that's better than you first stepped on that road, you know? So as business owners and entrepreneurs, we're currently walking a path right now. At some point along the way, we can lead signs for others to say, don't take this path, or don't take that path, or pick up sticks from the path. You know, keep it clean. You know, leave behind a legacy for your family, which is your kids, maybe relatives,
For sure.
brothers, sisters, things like that. But also leave behind a legacy that gives others an opportunity to kind of follow in your footsteps as well too.
Yeah, it's powerful. So in that vein, we've talked about, we've interviewed, and I've made a lot of interviewees uncomfortable with this question, but we've already talked about it, so Ryan's chill. We talk about what your biggest failure was and how you pivoted from that, and Ryan actually is talking about pivoting from a good place, and I think that we haven't spoken on that a lot, and I think we want to share that with you. So what is your biggest pivot thus far?
Yeah, so I think maybe why this question is a little bit easier for me to answer is because I'm not talking about a big failure per se, but we're talking about a pivot that has come from Nashville Fit Magazine, from my business. So I currently also own a company called Xert Media, which is a full-service marketing agency that we kind of added to our arsenal and kind of stuck at the top, and now it's kind of this mothership for Nashville Fit Magazine and all the other things that I'm doing, so that we can offer our clients all the things that they would like to do or need to do revolving around their business. So Nashville Fit Magazine is a health and fitness publication. Its general obligation is to produce a physical print publication that's then spread throughout the Nashville community. We offer print advertising and event support and photography and videography and things like that. But if you need a website built or you want your social media accounts managed, we can also offer that through Xert Media as well too.
Yeah.
And so the main pivot was, it kind of came over the course of just time, really. And these doors that kind of slowly started to kind of open up, and I started to see an opportunity for this larger offering for our clients. And that kind of comes with, solving a problem that we talked about a little bit. So Business 101, every business is here to solve a particular problem for their customers or their clients. So whether that be, getting from A to B, which is what Uber and Lyft does, or getting somebody stronger through a personal trainer. Right. Everyone is trying to solve a problem. Yeah. And when you figure out what that problem is, then you can kind of figure out what your tactics and strategies are going to be revolving around your business.
Well, I think there too, springboard off of that is, some of y'all don't know how to get started. Like, I don't know where this problem is. How do I figure out even if I can solve it? Do what Ryan did. Like, follow those footsteps. 101, build community, right? Interact. Like, you got to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. I was joking that I used to see Ryan everywhere. Yeah. Like, on my Instagram, he was at this gym, he was at that gym, he was at my gym, and we did events. Like, I got to see it. Like, there were monthly events there for a while. Yeah. Ryan made sure he got to know his community before you offered a product, and then pivoted and springboarded to another product. Like, that's how you do it. That's how it's done. So
it's just listening as well too, as long as building those relationships, and that comes with time. Where and I want to say as well too, which is great that you talked about a little bit, is investing in others kind of before they have the opportunity to invest in you.
Right.
And taking interest in others and what they're doing and support them, versus asking for your support right out the gate.
Right out the gate. Yeah.
that comes with the relationship building of all businesses and all careers.
Yeah, it for sure does. And I've benefited from knowing Ryan. I love the impact that you've made on Nashville so far.
I appreciate it.
It's the whole Nashville should thank you. I like to make them blush on camera.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're all good for, we're all better for knowing you, and Nashville's better for Nashville Fit Magazine. So we appreciate you for that.
I appreciate that very much.
I'm
We've been
thankful.
very humbled by the community. So
Yeah.
it's not just through my hard work; it's through the community, of course, as well too.
Spoken like a true humble man right there.
That was never rehearsed.
That was not rehearsed. As you don't, maybe you don't know. I'm just pretending like you don't know. Ryan, actually, I was very honored to have him write the foreword for the book, and the book is A Failure's Guide to Business Success. It is excellent, and it's an excellent foreword. I really appreciate you doing it. If
Absolutely.
you want the book, it's in the show notes, so you got to hit the link down there below. Ryan, I appreciate you. You guys are going to hear more from Ryan soon because I just love talking to this guy. So we're going to get him on here more.
I'm
Thank you,
excited to
pal.
come on more. Yeah, thank you.
It's good to see
very
you.
much appreciated.
Guys, we will see you soon. Take care.